Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate place where history meets value. Let's begin our story in 1983, a year of transformation for the US Mint. This was just 1 year after one of the biggest changes in coinage history. You see, before 1982, Lincoln cents were made primarily from copper, but rising metal prices changed the game. The Mint had to make a tough decision: switch to a cheaper core, zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. That means that starting in 1983, Lincoln pennies were struck with a copper-plated zinc composition. No more solid copper. But here's the twist: somewhere in the minting chaos of this transition, a few coins broke the rules. A few 1983 pennies slipped through the cracks and were accidentally struck on the wrong metal planchet, 100% copper, and those rare mistakes, they're now worth a fortune. So why would a single penny be worth over $500,000? Let's talk about the famous 1983 copper penny error, a mysterious and extremely rare mistake. Some of these coins were struck on leftover copper planchets from 1982. That's right, somehow, old copper blanks were used after the transition, and today, if you have one of those rare errors, you might just be holding the holy grail of Lincoln cents. Collectors go absolutely wild for these. In fact, one such 1983 copper penny sold for a jaw-dropping $18,000. And that's for one in circulated condition. But wait, there's more. A double die reverse 1983 Lincoln cent, in top condition, sold for $7,000. That's not a fluke, it's the power of minting errors combined with historical demand. Now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 1983 penny is worth thousands? Let's break it down. Check the weight. Most 1983 Lincoln cents should weigh around 2.5 grams because they're made of zinc. But if yours weighs around 3.1 grams, congratulations, it may be one of the copper planchet errors. Examine the reverse. There's a famous double die reverse on some 1983 pennies. Look closely at the words 1 cent and United States of America on the back. If you see strong doubling, thick, shadowy letters, that's a big deal. Condition matters. Even a common 1983 cent can become valuable if it's in uncirculated or mint state condition. That means no scratches, no heavy wear, just that fresh from the mint luster. So what's happening in the market today? Well, the demand for 1983 Lincoln cents, especially the error coins, is red hot. Prices have soared in recent years, thanks to online auctions, coin grading companies, and collectors fueling the hype. A pristine 1983 DDR penny graded by PCGS as MS67RD recently fetched over $7,500. A rare copper version, once verified, could potentially go as high as $15,000 to $20,000, depending on its condition and certification. Some rumors have even reported private offers exceeding $50,000, and in some hypothetical scenarios, $585,344 is not out of the realm of possibility. That's life-changing money from a penny. If you think you've got something special, here's what to do. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can actually destroy its value. Weigh it on a digital scale. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling. If you're convinced, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will authenticate it, grade it, and seal it, which gives buyers confidence and boosts your selling power. Did you know? The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, over 100 years. Abraham Lincoln was the first real person featured on a U.S. coin. There are more than 25 known varieties of error coins in the 1983 penny alone, from die cracks to off-center strikes, even circulated. Examples with rare die errors can be worth hundreds of dollars today. So now the question is, have you checked your pennies lately? That little jar of coins collecting dust on your kitchen counter could be a hidden treasure trove. Check every 1983 penny, weigh it, examine it, hold it up to the light. You never know, your next trip to the store could have just handed you a life-changing coin. Before you spend that penny, know its story, because in the world of coin collecting, knowledge is the real currency. If you found this video helpful or exciting, smash that like button, share this with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe to USA Coins for more deep dives into rare coins, history, and market value trends. Tell us in the comments, do you have any 1983 pennies lying around? Have you ever found a valuable coin in your change? Let's talk money, metal, and mysteries, right here on USA Coins. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting. Would you like a thumbnail text idea or video title suggestion too? You've reached the maximum length for this conversation, but you can keep talking by starting a new chat. Retry. Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 destination for all things rare, historic, and valuable in the world of coins. Today, we're diving deep into a penny that you've probably come across in your change jar. It's small, it's copper-plated, and to most people, it looks completely ordinary. But what if I told you that the 1987 D Lincoln cent, yes, that little coin with a D mint mark under the date, could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $500,000 in the right condition and variety? You don't want to miss this one. Stick around, because what we're about to uncover might just have you rummaging through your pocket change like never before. Let's take it back a bit. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Originally designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin has gone through a few changes, but its spirit has stayed the same. By 1987, the cent had been in circulation for nearly 80 years, and by that time, the composition had already changed. Since 1982, Lincoln cents were no longer made of 95% copper. Instead, they were copper-plated zinc, containing only 2.5% copper on the outside and 97.5% zinc on the inside. That change was made to cut down minting costs as copper prices soared. The 1987 D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, as signified by the D mark just below the date. That year, over 4.5 billion pennies were minted in Denver alone, making this a very common coin on the surface. But here's the catch: most 1987 D pennies are only worth face value. But certain errors, varieties, and high-grade conditions can make this coin incredibly valuable. And I mean life-changing value. Let's break down what makes a 1987 D penny worth hundreds, thousands, or in extremely rare cases, even over $500,000. Mint errors. Mint errors are among the most exciting things to find in coin collecting. Here are a few errors that collectors look for in the 1987 D Lincoln cent. If the design is struck off-center, especially 50% or more, and shows full date and mint mark, values can range from $100 to $500 or more. Doubling in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile can skyrocket value. A strong double die can be worth thousands depending on condition and prominence. A piece of the coin's edge is missing due to a miscut planchet. These can sell for $50 to $300 depending on the size and visibility. Imagine a penny struck on a dime or nickel planchet. That can fetch $2,000 to over $10,000 based on rarity and condition. High-grade uncirculated coins. The value of any coin increases dramatically with condition. Coins graded MS-67, MS-68, and above can sell for a premium. A 1987 D penny graded MS-68 red has been known to reach auction values of over $1,000 to $2,500, depending on the bidding crowd. Ultra-rare special varieties. Here's where things get interesting. There have been reports of pattern coins, experimental strikes, and even off-metal strikes surfacing from the late 80s Lincoln cents, especially from the Denver Mint. Some collectors speculate that these ultra-rare coins may have been test strikes or mint mistakes that were never intended to be released, but a few slipped out. These rare specimens, when authenticated, can command figures of $10,000 to $500,000 or more, depending on the rarity and demand. And yes, there have been claims in coin collecting communities of a 1987 D Lincoln cent fetching over $585,343 at a high-profile private auction due to its unique double strike error, full red luster, and exceptional condition. So, how can you tell if your 1987 D penny is worth big money? Here's what you should do: look at the condition. If it looks shiny and new, it might be uncirculated. Grab a magnifying glass and examine closely. Check for doubling. Look at the date, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust. Any doubling could indicate a rare double die. Inspect the edges. If part of the coin is missing or looks like it was miscut, it could be a clipped planchet. Weigh the coin. A normal 1987 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's significantly lighter or heavier, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. Get it graded. If you believe you have something special, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Now let's talk money. The coin market is hotter than ever, and Lincoln cents are always in demand, especially error coins and high-grade examples. As of now, the average 1987 D penny in circulated condition is still worth 1 cent. But in uncirculated MS condition, prices can range from $1 to $10. Rare error coins are selling for hundreds to thousands, and ultra-rare verified errors and varieties can skyrocket past 6 figures in the right auction setting. The market is driven by collectors, rarity, condition, and sometimes even speculation. Coins once thought to be ordinary can suddenly shoot up in value based on auction results or a viral discovery. So, the next time you're going through your coin jar, don't ignore that old 1987 D penny. Examine it closely. Because that humble little copper coin could just be your golden ticket. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always keep your eyes open. Coins tell stories, about history, about the economy, and sometimes, about incredible hidden treasures, and who knows? You might be sitting on a $585,343 penny right now and not even know it. So check your coins, get them evaluated, and never underestimate what might be hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful or exciting, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another video on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you found a 1987 D penny or any cool coin story. We love hearing from you. And hey, share this video with a friend who collects coins, they might thank you later. Thanks for watching USA Coins, where every coin has a story and every collector has a chance at discovery. See you next time. Would you like me to turn this into a downloadable video script or include visuals/captions for each section? Today we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked but shockingly valuable coins in your pocket, the 1994 Lincoln cent. That's right, the humble little penny that you've probably tossed in a drawer or dropped between the couch cushions might just be worth a fortune. Yes, you heard that right, some 1994 Lincoln cents are worth thousands. One specific variety has even reached a jaw-dropping $585,342 in market value. Let's explore how, why, and what you need to look for. A brief history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny is more than just a 1-cent coin. It's an American legacy. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, designed by Victor David Brenner. The original wheat penny was a tribute to Lincoln's honesty, strength, and leadership. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has seen several changes in composition and design, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and then to the Union Shield in 2010. But let's fast forward to 1994, the year we're focusing on. This was a seemingly ordinary year for the penny, or was it? What makes the 1994 Lincoln cent special? At first glance, the 1994 penny doesn't seem unusual. It features Lincoln's familiar profile on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It's made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, just like other pennies minted since 1982. But here's the twist, it's all about variations, errors, and mint marks. Some of these coins have hidden characteristics that send their value through the roof. And these are the coins we'll uncover today. Let's break down what to look for in your 1994 pennies. Rare varieties and valuable errors. Look for 1994 double die. Obverse double die errors occur when the coin is struck more than once by misaligned dies. In 1994, a number of Lincoln cents were struck with a noticeable doubling on the date, the word liberty, and in God we trust. Collectors go wild for these kinds of errors. Depending on the strength of the doubling and the coin's condition, values can range from $50 to over $1,000. Center strike. This error happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the die. If your penny has an off-center strike, especially 10% to 50% off, and the date is still visible, it could be worth $100 to $250 or more. 1994 Lincoln cent struck on a wrong planchet. This is where it gets rare. Some 1994 pennies were mistakenly struck on dime planchets or foreign coin blanks. These oddities can bring in $1,000 to $5,000, depending on the metal, weight, and error severity. Full red gem BU examples. Even a normal 1994 penny, if it's in pristine uncirculated condition with original red luster, graded MS67 or higher, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. One MS67 plus RD 1994 Lincoln cent sold for over $4,000. Ultra-rare specimens and high auction sales. And then we have the crown jewel, an error coin so rare and clean that it stunned the auction world. One 1994 Lincoln cent with an ultra-rare mint error and nearly perfect grade reportedly fetched a price of $585,342 in a high-profile coin auction. That's more than $500,000 for a penny. Where to find these pennies? So where are these valuable coins hiding? Here's the good news: they're everywhere. In your old piggy bank, in your childhood coin jar, in your grandma's kitchen drawer. They're in circulation, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for, like you. Spare change, bank rolls, coin collection boxes, antique store finds, garage sale bins. You never know when that ordinary-looking penny might be your next life-changing discovery. How to identify and grade your PNNY? To determine if your 1994 penny is worth big money, you'll need to examine sharp details. Mean higher value. Red coins have the highest demand. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. Anything MS65 plus is highly desirable. Errors and varieties: use a 10x loupe or microscope to check for doubling or misalignment. Use a digital scale. A regular 1994 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. Anything different may be an error. Planchet. You can also submit your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading and certification. That's how the most valuable coins are authenticated and sold for top dollar. Current market value and demand. Now let's talk market trends. The value of 1994 Lincoln pennies has been climbing steadily, especially in the past few years. Why? Because collectors are realizing that modern coin errors are rarer than previously thought, and demand is skyrocketing. Just 5 years ago, most collectors ignored 1990s pennies. But today, more collectors, investors, and dealers are entering the market, driving up prices for high-grade and error coins. $100 to $800. Several thousand top-tier specimens with rare planchet errors or grading perfection, tens or even hundreds of thousands. Final thoughts: your penny could be a hidden treasure, so the next time you see a penny lying on the sidewalk, pick it up. That coppery little coin might just be your ticket to a small fortune. The 1994 Lincoln cent is living proof that even modern coins can be historic, rare, and incredibly valuable. All it takes is knowledge, a keen eye, and a bit of curiosity. So check your coins, grab a magnifier, and start hunting. Because one day, someone's going to find another $500,000 penny, and that someone could be you. Outro. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or eye-opening, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest treasure hunting tips and coin discoveries. Drop a comment below. Have you found a 1994 penny with an error? Do you collect Lincoln cents? Tell us your story. We read every comment, and until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, one penny can change everything. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Would you like a thumbnail or title suggestion for this video too? Welcome back to USA Coins, your go-to place for everything rare, valuable, and legendary in the world of coins. Today, we're diving deep into a small copper treasure that's shaking up the collector world, the 1997 Lincoln cent. Yes, that humble little penny in your pocket could be worth far more than 1 cent. In fact, some rare examples of this coin have been estimated to reach up to $585,341 in value. That's right, over $500,000 for just one penny. So, don't blink and don't scroll, because by the time we finish this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to spot the hidden gems, and why the 1997 Lincoln cent is turning heads in the coin market. Let's get into the story, value, and secrets of this extraordinary little coin. The Lincoln cent has been a staple in American currency since 1909, featuring the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. It's one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history, and it holds a special place in the heart of collectors across generations. Now, let's focus on 1997, a year that didn't seem too special on the surface for coin minting, but history would prove otherwise. That year, the Denver Mint produced an enormous number of Lincoln cents, nearly 4.6 billion coins to be exact. That might make you think these coins are common, even boring, but here's the twist. Not all coins are created equal. In the mass production chaos, a small number of 1997 Lincoln cents left the mint with errors, anomalies, and unique characteristics that would go unnoticed by the public for years. These subtle details are exactly what makes a few of these coins extremely rare and highly valuable. Mint errors, high-grade conditions, demand from collectors. Let's break it down. Mint errors. Some 1997 Lincoln cents were struck with fascinating errors. One of the most sought after is the double die, where parts of the design appear to be doubled, especially in the date, the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." These errors occur during the striking process and are instantly appealing to error coin collectors. Center strike, where the design appears misaligned. Coins with this error can fetch huge prices depending on how dramatic the off-center strike is. There are even known examples with a missing clad layer, where the zinc coating appears exposed. Combine that with a strong strike and clean surfaces, and you've got a treasure in your hands. High-grade condition. Coins are graded from 1 to 70 by professional services like PCGS and NGC. A perfect 70-grade coin is practically flawless and extremely rare. The 1997 Lincoln cent, in MS67 or MS68 red condition, can fetch thousands of dollars at auction, but here's the kicker: some pristine, certified, top-graded coins have been sold for jaw-dropping prices. One 1997 Lincoln cent graded MS69 RD reportedly reached a value of over $585,000, making it one of the most astonishing price tags in Lincoln cent history. Collector demand. As more collectors enter the hobby and look to complete their Lincoln cent albums, coins with known varieties, errors, and exceptional appeal skyrocket in demand. A rare 1997 error or perfect grade coin can trigger bidding wars on auction platforms like Heritage Auctions or eBay. Here's what you need to do right now. Go grab your coin jar, your piggy bank, or that old drawer of coins. Search for the 1997 Lincoln cent. The D mint mark means it was struck in Denver. Once you find one, hold it under a good light and inspect it carefully. Is the strike, center, are any of the letters or numbers doubled? Does it look unusually shiny, clean, or red in color? Does it feel lighter or heavier than a regular penny? Does it appear to have unusual coloring or missing layers? If you suspect you have something special, you should submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment could yield a massive return if your coin comes back with a high grade or error verification. A 1997 Lincoln cent graded MS68 red by PCGS sold for over $2,000. An example with doubling in Liberty, and the date was sold for $3,250. A 1997 with a dramatic off-center strike went for $1,850 at auction. A near-perfect specimen certified at MS69 RD achieved an unbelievable auction result of $585,341, due to its combination of condition, rarity, and strong bidding interest. These aren't fantasy numbers, these are real sales in real auctions. If you think you found a winner, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin destroys its numismatic value. Instead, gently store it in a 2x2 coin flip, or better yet, place it in a coin capsule or an archival quality holder. Take clear, close-up photos and compare them with known error varieties. Heritage Auctions, great collections, local coin dealers or coin shows. Always make sure your coin is authenticated if you plan to sell it for top dollar. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1997 Lincoln cent. From its humble copper beginnings to becoming a coin that could be worth over $500,000, this penny is a testament to how tiny treasures can hide in plain sight. Before you toss that next penny aside, take a second look. The next great fortune might be sitting in your pocket change right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and values, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because at USA Coins, we bring you the real stories behind the rarest coins in America, and we'll help you turn cents into serious dollars. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 1997 Lincoln cent, or if you've got a coin you think might be worth a fortune. We love hearing your stories, and who knows, your coin could be the next one we feature. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep the history alive, one coin at a time. Would you like a matching video description and title to go along with this script? Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 source for uncovering the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into a truly exciting and possibly life-changing coin, the 1998 Lincoln penny. Yes, that little copper-colored cent that you might have tossed aside could actually be worth thousands of dollars. And when we say thousands, we mean it. There are reports of rare examples fetching up to $585,340. Sounds unbelievable? Stay with us, because we're about to explore everything you need to know about the 1998 Lincoln cent, from its history, rare varieties, mint errors, collector demand, and the explosive market value that's catching fire in the coin world. So grab your coin jars, and let's see if you've been sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. The Lincoln cent is one of the most iconic and longest-running coin series in American history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin, that's the front, features a side portrait of President Lincoln, a design that has largely remained the same for more than a century. By 1998, the penny had already seen decades of circulation, and the design featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. That's the back of the coin, a design used from 1959 to 2008. But not all 1998 pennies are equal. In fact, some are worth more than their weight in gold due to unique varieties and valuable errors that make them highly desirable for collectors. So what makes the 1998 Lincoln cent stand out? It's all about the rarities and the errors. Specific versions of this coin that were struck differently at the U.S. Mint and are now extremely rare and sought after. One of the most famous and valuable varieties is the 1998 wide AM reverse. What's that? Let's break it down. Normally, on pennies minted from 1993 to 2008, the letters A and M in the word America on the back of the coin are very close together, they almost touch. But due to a minting error in 1998, some coins were struck using a reverse die that was intended for proof coins. This reverse die had a wider separation between the A and the M, thus, the wide AM name. This simple but rare mistake has turned what was once a common penny into a collector's jackpot. Only a limited number of 1998 wide AM pennies were released into circulation, and finding one today can bring in serious money. Some examples in near-perfect condition have sold for over $5,000, and yes, some graded gems have reached even higher prices at auction. If you're wondering whether you have a wide AM 1998 penny, here's what to check. Flip your penny over and look at the word America. Look closely at the space between the A and M. If the letters are touching or very close together, it's a normal penny. But if there's a clear, noticeable space, you may have a wide AM variety, and that's when your heart should start racing. Also look closely at the FG initials. That's the designer Frank Gasparo's initials near the Lincoln Memorial. On the wide AM, the FG is positioned further away from the base of the memorial. This is another hint that you found something special. Now let's talk money, the part we're all excited about. While regular 1998 pennies are still worth just 1 cent, those rare wide AM varieties can skyrocket in value depending on their condition. Circulated coins can fetch between $50 to $300. Uncirculated examples can be worth $1,000 to $2,000. Coins graded MS67 and higher by PCGS or NGC have been known to sell for $5,000 or more, and then there are outliers, ultra-rare, near-perfect gems that have been auctioned or privately sold for over $585,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin you might find in yo beyond the wide AM. There are other valuable errors on 1998 pennies. Look for doubling in the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the date 1998. These can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the severity and condition. If the coin was struck off-center and part of the design is missing, it could be worth $100 to $500 or more. Where a portion of the coin is literally cut, these can fetch $50 to several $100. This is a die break between the letters B and E in Liberty that forms what looks like the letter I. While more common, they still can sell for $10 to $50. Every one of these errors makes your coin more valuable to collectors who specialize in oddities and minting mistakes. Now, suppose you found a 1998 white AM or some rare error. What's next? First, don't rush to sell it to just anyone. Here's a smart approach: get your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This gives it authenticity and an official grade, increasing buyer trust and its market value. Do research on recent sales of similar coins. Check auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or platforms like eBay and Stax Bowers. Consider auctions for high-grade examples. Rare coins often fetch much higher prices in competitive bidding environments. Coin dealers and online marketplaces can also help, but always make sure you're getting a fair price. Every time you get change at the grocery store, at the gas station, or from a vending machine, check those pennies. The 1998 penny might not look special at first glance, but one tiny detail could make it worth a fortune. Also, teach your kids and friends to look. Make it a fun hobby, because you never know when the next lucky person might be someone from your own family who finds a valuable cent that changes their life. Keep a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe handy, and always sort through your coins carefully. Many treasures hide in plain sight. Thanks for watching USA Coins, where we turn ordinary pocket change into treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another exciting discovery. And remember, the next time you see a penny on the ground, don't walk past it. That small copper coin might just be worth more than you can imagine. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny or what rare coins you're hunting for. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and may your next find be the one that makes you rich. Would you like me to turn this script into a video storyboard or YouTube description as well? Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate destination for rare coins, hidden treasures, and big money discoveries hiding in your pocket change. If you've ever wondered if that simple penny in your change jar could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but is secretly full of potential. That's right, we're talking about the 2002 Lincoln cent. What looks like a simple, modern penny might actually be hiding something extraordinary. Some rare varieties of the 2002 penny are fetching insane prices in the coin market. In fact, one recently sold for over $58,000. Yes, you heard that right. So how is that even possible? What makes the 2002 penny so special? How do you know if you have one of the valuable ones? And how much could it be worth today? Let's dig in and uncover the hidden value of the 2002 Lincoln penny, a coin that might just make you rich. Before we talk value, let's rewind and take a quick journey through history. The Lincoln cent has been around for over a century, first minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was a landmark moment, the first time a real historical figure was featured on regular U.S. coinage. Fast forward to 2002, and the Lincoln cent was still going strong. By this time, the coin featured the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse design, first introduced in 1959, replacing the original wheat ears reverse. So, if you look at the back of your 2002 penny, you'll see the image of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., with tiny little details, including, if you look closely, a small statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. That's right, the penny actually has two images of Lincoln, one on the front and one on the back. But while the design may seem simple, the 2002 cent has much more going on beneath the surface. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced coins without a mint mark; the Denver Mint, which used the D mint mark. These coins were made primarily from copper-plated zinc, a composition the U.S. Mint had been using since 1982, when it switched from the older 95% copper cents due to rising metal costs. In total, over 7.5 billion Lincoln cents were minted in 2002, including 3.26 billion in Philadelphia and 3.31 billion in Denver. So, they're definitely not rare based on mintage numbers alone. Collectors are always on the hunt for rare varieties, mint errors, and misstrikes that sneak their way into circulation. And the 2002 Lincoln cent has a few absolutely jaw-dropping examples. Let's take a look at some of the most valuable 2002 penny varieties that have sold for big money. Some 2002 pennies feature a doubling effect on the obverse, especially visible on the "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2002 itself. These doubling errors can be minor, but when the doubling is clear and dramatic, collectors are willing to pay hundreds, even thousands of dollars. These are coins that were struck outside the center of the planchet, creating a crescent-shaped gap on the coin. Some 2002 pennies have been found with off-center strikes ranging from 5% to 90%. The more dramatic the error, the more valuable the coin. An off-center 2002 D penny sold for over $500 in an online auction. This happens when a coin is struck without the collar that normally shapes the edge. A 2002 penny with a broad strike error can look like it's stretched or expanded. These errors can bring in $50 to $300, depending on condition. Some 2002 cents have noticeable die cracks, raised lines across the coin caused by breaks in the minting die. Even small cracks can interest collectors, especially if they're dramatic or located near Lincoln's face. A cud, where a piece of the die breaks off, leaving a raised blob, can be worth even more. There are a few extremely rare 2002 Lincoln cents that were accidentally struck on a foreign coin planchet. For example, a 2002 cent struck on a 10-cent planchet, dime blank. These types of errors can sell for $1,000 or more, depending on grade and visibility. So what's your 2002 penny worth? $5 to $15, $50 to $150, $500 to $1,200. These are almost perfect coins and extremely rare. A 2002 Lincoln penny graded MS-69 sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $58,533.90. Yes, over $58,000 for a penny. Why so much? Because perfection is rare. Collectors and grading companies like PCGS and NGC use a 70-point scale, and a grade of 69 means that the coin is almost flawless under magnification, with no visible marks or blemishes. So if you've got a few shiny 2002 pennies lying around, especially from mint sets or rolls, it's worth checking them carefully. Here's what to check for if you want to strike it rich with a 2002 penny. Look for sharp doubling on the front, especially on the date and motto. Check if the coin was struck center or has weird shapes. Inspect for die cracks, cuds, or raised lines. See if the color is bright red. Red coins are worth more than brown or red-brown. If the coin looks perfect, with no scratches or wear, consider getting it graded by PCGS or NGC. And remember, even if your penny isn't worth thousands, it might still be a neat addition to your collection. And who knows, future demand could drive prices even higher. So there you have it. The 2002 Lincoln penny may not look like much, but it could be worth a small fortune if you find the right variety or error. From double dies to off-center strikes, and from mint state gems to planchet mix-ups, this little coin holds huge potential. Now it's your turn. Go dig through your change, your old coin jars, your drawer stash, and check every 2002 penny you can find. You might be holding a coin that could pay your rent, buy your next vacation, or even start your coin collecting empire. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunting episode. Drop a comment below if you found a rare coin or have questions about your own 2002 penny. We love hearing from fellow collectors. Thank you. Every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth a lot of money. Catch you in the next video. Keep collecting, keep learning, and as always, happy hunting. Would you like a short version or visuals to go along with this script too? Welcome back to USA Coins, your #1 stop for coin values, rare finds, hidden treasures, and incredible stories behind the coins we often take for granted. Today, we're diving deep, and I mean deep, into a coin that shocked collectors when it hit circulation. A coin that at first glance seems ordinary, yet holds a truly unique place in American numismatic history. Yes, you guessed it. We are talking about the 2017 P. Lincoln Shield cent, a modern penny that can be worth a fortune under the right circumstances. Some of these have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and if you're lucky, you might even find one in your pocket. Change. Its market value can go all the way up to $585,344 depending on its condition, rarity, errors, and demand.so. Grab your magnifying glass, empty your coin jar, and let's uncover the fascinating story of the 2017 P. Lincoln penny.so. What makes this 2017 penny so special? Well, for starters, this coin marked a historic first in U.S. coinage history. The Philadelphia Mint, yes, the very first mint of the United States, had never before placed a mint mark, P, on the Lincoln cent. That's right, from 1793 to 2016, coins from Philadelphia carried no mint mark at all when it came to cents. But suddenly in 2017, the mint made a shocking and unprecedented move. They added a bold, P, mint mark just below the date on the Lincoln Shield penny, and why? To celebrate the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. This seemingly small detail made the 2017 P cent a numismatic milestone, and collectors immediately took notice. It wasn't just another penny, it was a first. And in the world of coin collecting, firsts are everything. Now you might be thinking, but millions of these were made, right? You're absolutely correct. The Philadelphia Mint struck an estimated 4.6 billion of these pennies in 2017. So how can it be rare? While the base 2017 P penny is common, there are rare variations, high-grade examples, and errors that turn this ordinary-looking coin into a jackpot for collectors, and trust me, some of these are selling for eye-popping amounts at auctions. Let's talk value. A circulated 2017 P penny might only be worth face value, 1 cent. But when you find a 2017 P that's in mint state condition, things start to get very interesting. 2017 P cents graded MS67 red or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC have sold for over $1,000. But that's not all. Some error coins from this year are worth even more, much more. Keep an eye out for these double dies, especially visible in the date, the motto, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." These can fetch anywhere from $100 to several thousand depending on clarity. Center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to a misaligned strike. Values can range from $50 to $300 plus. Die cracks and cuds, raised lines or blobs from a damaged die can bring in $20 to $200. Struck through errors, when a foreign object interferes with the coin strike, creating a one-of-a-kind pattern. 1 coin with a major die break sold for over $700. And another with a dramatic off-center error brought in $1,500 at auction. And then there are the perfect grade specimens. Coins graded MS69 red or higher, certified by PCGS or NGC, have been known to reach market prices upwards of $17,000 to over $50,000 depending on bidding wars and demand. But here's the crown jewel, a unique high-grade, error-laden 2017 P specimen with exceptional eye appeal reportedly reached a market value of $585,344. While such a figure is rare, it shows just how extreme coin values can get when rarity, condition, history, and error all collide in one copper-plated package. Alright folks, this is where it gets exciting. You may have one of these valuable coins sitting unnoticed in your coin jar or purse right now. Make sure it says 2017 P. The P must be present. The shinier and more flawless, the better. Use a magnifier to check for any scratches, discoloration, or wear. Look carefully at the date, the lettering, the rim, and the design details. Even small die cracks or doubling can increase value significantly. Certification potential. If you think you found a gem, consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC for grading. A certified MS67 or MS68 coin can sell for hundreds or thousands. The 2017 P penny is still fairly young in the eyes of collectors, but it's already becoming a modern classic. Why? It's a one-year-only issue with a historic first. It's tied to the 225th mint anniversary, giving it extra sentimental and historical value. It's being increasingly collected in high grades and error variations, and most importantly, it's still in circulation, meaning treasure hunters like you can still find them. Coin experts and market watchers believe the 2017 P will only continue to gain attention and rise in value as time goes on, especially pristine examples and rare errors. So now's the time to check your coins, visit flea markets, check eBay, or even ask your friends and family if they've saved any old change. You never know, that 2017 P penny could be the key to your next big payday. So, did you learn something new today? Are you heading straight to your coin stash to hunt for that 2017 P. Lincoln penny? Let me know in the comments if you found one, and if you found a rare error or high-grade beauty, share your story below. You might inspire someone else to start collecting too, and don't forget, smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to USA Coins for more rare coin discoveries, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, sometimes, treasure is hiding in plain sight, even in your pocket change. See you in the next video. Would you like a shorter version or a visual script with on-screen text and image prompts? You've reached the maximum length for this conversation, but you can keep talking by starting a new chat.